Shares on Wall Street fluctuated Monday as investors tried to figure out the meaning of the financial crisis in Dubai. Dubai World, the investment arm of the Emirate, announced last week that it would like to delay repayment of almost $60 billion in debt. On Sunday, the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates tried to reinsure investors by pledging to make extra financing available to all banks in the country. But the question now is, how far-reaching can this crisis be, and can the UAE provide the capital that might be needed? Graham Boley is working on the story. Graham, the markets are calm today so far, so investors seem not overly worried about the situation in Dubai. Are they right not to be overly worried?
I think they're assessing the situation. They were reassured yesterday by what the central bank in the UAE did. It said it was going to guarantee and stand behind banks operating in Dubai. So that really gave some confidence. Markets open today calmly. But they still don't know a lot of things. They don't know the total amount of debt that might be at risk here. We have figures bouncing around. We don't know exactly what liabilities Dubai World has.
Let me ask you, what is the latest word out of Dubai on that?
Well, today we had the Ministry of Finance of Dubai really distancing itself from Dubai World. The central bank said it was going to back banks, but what about companies? We don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
And today, the Ministry of Finance saying, it's not our problem. So that caused some jitters in the markets.
Makes it a little less clear exactly how far they're going to go. How do we find out what other banks, what other companies might be affected by this situation? I mean, is that what you're working on, I know, today? But where might the thread lead?
Well, there's the initial question of who is exposed to Dubai, so who holds Dubai's debt, and that's already been reflected in the markets. We're seeing that sort of HSBC, Standard Chartered, the British system, pretty exposed, lots of loans to Dubai. They're already taking a hit. If there's more debt we don't know about from Dubai in particular, that might leave other places vulnerable. But then there's a bigger question, which is the story we're working on today, which is there a sort of a broader reassessment going on here of risk and of emerging markets? So just step away from Dubai and look around at other problem places.
Such as? What might be a problem?
Well, there might be a problem. Greece, Ireland, these are heavily indebted countries, built up big debts during the crisis, increasingly short-term debts. So they're going to have sort of financing problems or tests at least coming forward. And they might be vulnerable. So they in themselves are vulnerable, and people who are exposed to them will be vulnerable as well. So we're just trying to look around the world and sort of gauge what might be the weak links.
Graham, thank you so much.